YouTube? Fossa719 here again, bringing you another video of updating the SC10 here. Ready to run to the track version. One of the things you may notice is the different shocks. A little bit of a sacrilege here. There are low-Z shocks on an associated vehicle, but these are off the SCTE 12mm bore, just like the factory team big bores are. Had these on hand to actually borrowed them from another vehicle just for the sake of mounting them up to see fitment. Turns out they're right around the same length as the factory team shocks are, so they fit really well. Factory team shocks run about close to $52 a pair. I can get a pair of, or I'm sorry, not a pair, but a full set of all 4 SCTE shocks for around that much, so I wanted to check it out and see what I could do. I mean, these right here are actually set up for an SCTE, so they are, as it sits right now, nowhere near close to being able to run on this truck as it sits. But yeah, I told you guys I had something a little different for you for suspension, and that's what I came up with. If you want to comment below, let me know what you think of that. Regardless of what you put, I'll probably do it anyway, but I just like to see what people think of the whole idea. Other things you may notice in comparison from the last videos, it kind of cleaned up the chassis a little bit, braid up the wires here, kind of keeps them almost like a yo-yo effect. You know, it pulls them tight and keeps them from bouncing around too much or hanging around, whatever you want. Just makes it really, you know, it looks nicer, cleaned it up a little bit. Got a couple of decals here. But I had anticipated running this as it sit out of the box. I just finally... my cameraman here wired up some plugs for me, and I was able to hook up a battery and try everything out for the first time, and that's when I realized the steering servo is completely awesome. Being facetious, by the way, but here, let me give you an idea. Turn this guy on, power up the old radio, make its funny little sounds. Alright, get ready. This is a speedy servo. It's moving so fast the camera barely catches it. Look at that. So, yeah.
Tension test.
Yeah. Here, I'll do a tension test. Yeah. Okay. So you get the idea. It's complete crap. Yeah, it's going to work good for somebody who doesn't have anything extra on hand. It's going to steer the truck. It's not exactly something you'd want to use on the track. You're going to run into more problems than anything trying to run a really slow servo. Our particular track is a little smaller than most. It's in a smaller building, so it tends to be a lot more technical and tight with a lot of switchbacks and 180 hairpins. So a slow servo is just going to kill you on the track, let alone you're going to be running into stuff because you're going to go to turn the truck and anticipate that it's going to turn and it's really going to just be going straight. So I decided that I will pull that out, put the new servo in before I do run, because I don't want to be smashing this thing all over the walls just to try and get some lap times as it comes out of the box with a servo that doesn't exactly move the quickest. A couple other things that I did though for the stock motor. Now I may be showing my age. Well, I'm not really that old, but something the brush guys used to do back when is we took off those little bullet connectors and soldered up a Dean's connector. Get better contact to the motor, especially if you're running something like a spec class where they require the stock brushed motor that came with the truck. You're going to want to squeeze out any kind of little extra power that you can to give you the advantage for the race. Still planning on breaking the motor in, trying to make it last as long as possible before I have to go and drop a brushless into it, but haven't gotten around to that just yet. I just wanted to show you guys, you know, Dean's plugs here, in case no one's ever seen a Dean's plug connector go together. It's just like that, bugs crawling on me and everything. But yeah, Dean's plug, take out the bullets. You're gonna cut down on the resistance coming through those bullets.
And it's easier to disconnect.
Yes, those bullet plugs it is almost like they were soldered together on top of it. They were really hard to pull apart. So that's much easier. But yeah, just another little update for you guys. I got the factory team servo mounts, so when I drop the new servo in, I'll hook them up to those. They're aluminum. The stock ones are plastic. You have a less chance of some flex in there. I know if you're running a servo that's a little bit stronger, that's possible. On the GTP, my steering servo is actually so strong that I never set my endpoints, which is not really right of me to do. I should have set that. I know better, but I was just wanting to run the car, threw the servo in it and went, and it had so much power that it topped out and actually ripped the screws right out of the plastic. So I'm going to go with a King Heads aluminum mount for the extra rigidity that they make on that car. So that about wraps it up for now. Like I said, just a quick video, show you a little bit of updating done to the trucks, just dressed up a little bit, and yeah, hope to see you guys at the track, and for tonight, that is all.